Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cybercast Ep89, the Transformer Video Podcast. I'm Josh, also known as G1Xtron, joined with my co-host, Jaim, also known as Victory Saber 77, and we're back. So we didn't have a show last week, just because NFL playoffs are going on today as well. So we got our DVRs working, but we do have a few shows and a few little plugs to put in there before we get into topics and news. So Jaim, you want to take that away, man?
Yeah, the other shows that we have are the eBay show, which is every other Thursday on G1 Xtron's channel at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We have the Aftercast, that's on my channel. That airs after the Cybercast, about an hour after the Cybercast at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And obviously you're checking out the Cybercast right now. And that's about it for shows.
And where can people find you?
Oh, you can find me Twitter and YouTube, Victory Saber 77.
And you can find me, G1Hextron, on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and my Facebook page is the G1Hextron. Everything we're taking a look at today is pulled off my Facebook page. A couple little shout-outs here. Join some Facebook and also Instagram community, so Realm of Collectors and also Decepticon Click. So pretty cool guys. If you guys are into Transformers or just any type of action figures for Realm of Collectors, go check them out. You can contact Rolling Steel or Dust Mites. First thing that we'll get into before we get into the Transformer news, like we have a ton, and if you're a fan of third-party stuff, then this is definitely going to be one of those shows that you want to watch. We do have some Hasbro, Takara, Masterpiece, and all that stuff as well. But I guess kind of like an opening little topic here, or a little discussion before we get into the news. You brought up, the Thrilling 30 line. And, are you satisfied with the way that it kind of turned out, or maybe a little bit disappointed?
For me, I was a little disappointed. I mean, you're going off of 30 years of Transformers, and right off the bat, we already knew that it was going to be kind of crappy because you want to collect. I mean, the whole incentive is you want to buy all 30 figures, but when two of them are, exclusive Titan class Metroplexes.
Yeah, it was two or three of them, yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense, and I don't know. I just didn't feel that they did what they could have done with the, Thrilling 30. It wasn't really thrilling to me. Kind of just a boring 30. So.
Well, they also, I mean, the big thing that I noticed at the very beginning, because whenever they kind of, kicked off the thing, or especially, during the summer, is a lot of these things were exclusives, and it no matter where you live in the world. I mean, there were San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. There were like over in I don't know, different parts of the world. I don't know the exact location, but probably like Japan, and there was another one, and maybe Singapore, where there were all these different exclusives. And even if you're a collector, and let's say even going out, let's say there's I think there were 3 Metroplexes, if I'm correct. We know at least 2.
Yeah.
But let's even say that, let's just say 2 to be easy. You have the one that's in San Diego Comic-Con, so you're paying premium dollar for that. You're not just paying the regular, hey, it's a Titan class Transformer, but you're paying that premium on it. And then if you want the same figure again, but just some a few other changes. Maybe it comes with a gun or decoys. I forgot exactly what is completely different, but if you can get that, that would be a premium, but you weren't at that show unless you just have that type of money to where you can travel all over the world and go to these conventions. But you have to pay what their premium asking price was. Then the aftermarket, that you see on eBay, we see how those things go, especially with exclusives. They jump up at least twice as much, so you're having to pay that, and then also pay to ship that big thing to your house as well, just so you can have the same figure, because you're trying to keep the same line.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. There's other things that there was potential, like the Evolution line. They had Bumblebee, Grimlock, and Optimus Prime, and it was the one where they compared, G1 with either the movie or something current, and we didn't get, we should have gotten a G1. That would have been really cool. I mean, that's the original version of Optimus Prime. We should have got a G1, not the Classics mold, even though it was chromed, which is nice, but for what was it for Grimlock? What was it? The Energon
Yeah,
Grimlock or something?
some Unicron trilogy thing.
Yeah. It wasn't that great. So, and again, that was what, a Toys R Us exclusive or something.
Right.
Just wasn't really that thrilling to me. Again, like I stated, and the fact that you are paying a lot of money for this when it's all said and done with all 30 figures, quite a bit. I mean, what was the most? I mean, like the cheapest one was probably like Wingblade, that was actually distributed across
Everywhere,
retail, or
yeah.
maybe Jetfire, maybe. So, I don't know.
Also, like during Christmas, like I would go into Toys R Us, and these elderly people, they're trying to buy things for their grandchildren, or maybe even their us, our people our age, so maybe their son or daughter or whatever. But I saw the Grimlock Evolution pack, and like it said on there, this is the 2014 version, and then this other one's like the 1984 version or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I was looking at some Transformers, and I saw that she kind of needed some help. So I was like, do you need help with anything? And she was like, so I get the 884 and the 2014 on here. I was like, well, even though it says 1984 on there, that's actually not that one. This one was probably released in whatever it was, like 2000s or something, or like
Yeah.
So I was like, this one is actually from a different series, but he's kind of colored and painted to look like the one that came out in 1984. I didn't want to say G1 with her because she would have no idea what I was talking about, but she was like, so why did they put 1984? I was like, that's a good question,
Yeah.
Hell, Hasbro, so.
Yeah, no kidding.
So there was a lot of stuff like that, and I thought that the intentions with that was good. And I liked what they were doing with giving some Beast War some love, and also trying something with the Headmaster. They also love. It wasn't part of the Thrilling 30 line, but some of the things that they did last year with the Roadbuster, the Whirl, the Jetfire. Those are three characters that I never thought we'd get. That kind of was a nice representation of the original G1, just because of Bandai and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nice. I mean, the non-Thrilling 30 stuff was really good, but the other stuff,
the stuff we were supposed to be thrilled about was, not very.
Yeah, I don't know. The Protectobots, evac squads in there, the Platinum Edition, Year of the Horse, Optimus Prime, Starscream, the Ultra Magnus from Transformers Prime. Yeah.
You can still go pick up one of those. What is it, Snake?
Year of the Horse.
Is it horse? Okay, I get them confused, but you can still go pick up one of those Starscreams. Like there's probably like 12 of them, and they're just sitting under under the counter, or not on the counter, but on the bottom shelf, and they're just taking up space.
Yep.
It's like they've never gone on sale from what I can see, unless they're doing some like all Transformers buy one get one half off or something like that. So, anyways, tell us, what do you guys think? Are you satisfied? Were there some things that you liked? The non-thrilling for 30 part, they did a good job on. Like you got a Headmaster. They said that they tried to touch a little bit of everything except for Pretenders. So I don't know if they quite got everything, but I mean we got a Target Master, and we got Scoop. So I was happy with some of the stuff that was outside of it. One thing that I wanted to mention, there is going to be a Takara MP10 reissue. So again, if you haven't, man, that mold is, wow.
Yeah.
They're putting it through the ringer, man. Hopefully everything's holding up good. It's going to be $190, and it's going to be released May 2015. So it's up for pre-order now. So just go to your favorite e-tailer, and you can pre-order it.
It's just weird that they just reissued the Hasbro version for the Asian market, and now they're doing the original MP10. So it's I don't know. It's kind of weird. I like the Hasbro version a lot better than the Dead Eyes, original MP10. But
Yeah.
and it's more money too.
And I don't believe it comes with the what's the
Vector Sigma.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, so getting into the news before we get into the toys, just one thing right here. I thought this was pretty cool. These are pillowcases and like little cases for your throw pillows, and it also said pencil bags as well. So that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would like that. And obviously, you have your Walkman Soundwave here. Well, then you got your little throw pillows.
Nice. I like that.
So, I mean, that's definitely something cool for like the collection room. I know me, I like to kind of separate like here's the rest of my house, and like this one room is dedicated to being, a straight up nerd. No one can judge me in this area. Okay, this is my fortress of solitude here. So whatever I want to put up there, you can't say anything, but everywhere else in the house looks, straight up guy. Oh my goodness, all these little notification things. All right, and look, man, they got Overkill, Slugfest, all these, and I guess these pencil bags is what they were talking about here. I like the idea.
Yeah. No blaster.
Nah, they're Decepticon lover, right? All right. Next thing, if it will pull up. All right, getting into the Hasbro stuff. Oh, and Takara has also announced that they're going to be. Well, this is like no surprise. We all knew this was going to happen, but Takara is going to end up doing Combiner Wars as well. So, if you like the way that the Combiner War figures are coming out or turning out, you're like kind of like a little bit more paint somewhere, something more accurate. Just wait. Takara, they usually try to take care of that. But the next wave. This guy looks pretty good. It was not white on white background there. You can see him a little bit better, but not too bad.
Breakdown robot.
Yeah, breakdown robot. I'm kind of getting a little bit more towards some of the other people that were like, you know what? I'm just not feeling Motomaster. I decided not to pick up the Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
How do you feel about these? Or like you picking up the Optimus Prime? One, I thought I was like, man, I've got enough Optimus Prime. I've got my G1 and I've got Jin Ryan and I've got Masterpiece and two Masterpiece. So what do I need another Optimus Prime for?
I'll probably pick it up just because it's another thing to collect and put on the shelf. But I like this better than the Optimus Prime. I don't know. I like the bulkiness of Motormaster.
Yeah.
As an individual robot. Now, when we get into the whole Menasor thing, it's a different story. But I don't think it looks too bad. I do like that sword.
Because I'm also thinking that whenever the third party comes out, or the different third party companies, and they're like, okay, let's make some add-ons, and like we're gonna get into it in the add-on section. Perfect Effect already has like some add-ons for these guys.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be plenty of other companies, and I gotta think that one of them's gonna be like, you know what, I like everything else, but that Motormaster, we need to do a different figure there, just like you had with.
Call it Cybertron Onslaught.
Yeah, I forgot what company it was. Microblaze Creations.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Kid looks a little old, but hey, I'm a little too old too.
Yeah. And yeah, they'll probably come out with a Wild Rider as well. I really like Dragstrip though, and I think I'm gonna like the other guys.
For what it's worth, it doesn't look that bad, and for the price too. I mean, flip it. If this was a third-party company that was bringing this out, then yeah, I'd be like, wow, you're gonna be charging a little bit more, than normal Hasbro prices. Then I have a problem. But this, I mean, $20 or $25 for Voyager, 15 at most for a deluxe size figure. Now, why
Yeah,
does
I
it say
mean,
15 racing? What the hell?
oh god,
That's
I don't
weird.
know. But like I like these individual modes. Like I like them in their alt modes, and I like them in their robot modes. As far as the smaller guys, the deluxe. And Target, I think until the end of this month, they have their deluxe figures for $11.99. So I know I was wanting to get the Chromia, the Takara version, but I was like, $12. Yeah, might as well pick this up. So
Yeah. I like that head sculpt.
yeah, that's pretty.
Looks
Sweet.
good for Dead End.
He's my favorite one, just because he's crazy. You don't know what he's gonna do.
Some quick comments we have.
Okay.
Dustmite says, rock, rock, rock. Impossible Pie says, what is your opinion on who is the best third-party company that gives you the best product for your money? Transformers, of course.
Ooh, you want to maybe write that down and we can discuss that at the end, because maybe take a little bit of time on that one. That's something we could discuss. That's good, man. Thanks for that. That's a good actual topic.
And then he also asked, do we buy Hot Toys figures? And what's your opinion on those figures too?
I could go ahead and answer that. I don't have any Hot Toys, but I do like a lot of them. I really want the ones that I want. I want the Michael Keaton Batman, and for some reason, Hot Toys knows that I want that one, so it's like one of the most expensive ones. And then that Batmobile as well. I would like to get that Joker, or several of those Jokers. Those are ones that I would really like.
Yeah, that's the same with me. I don't collect Hot Toys either. I mean, I got too much of the money pie going towards other things. So, we also have minifigure collectors joining us. So what's up?
Man.
Trans5, did you see the price from Robot Kingdom? I'm not sure what he's referring to. And Possible Pie also said he would get those pillows. OL. Dust Mites thinks they're great also. No woman's going into that room. And he says, unless it's the right one.
It's the Fortress, man.
Impossible Pie also says he hasn't seen any of the Combiner Transformers in Canada yet. Trent also says, I'm not a big fan, but yeah, Jaim, I like it better as Master, Motormaster too, so yeah, definitely. A lot of people are liking it better than Prime. So
that's what I kind of figured.
Yeah.
All right, looking at the leader class stuff, you got your Megatron. Now we got a better idea of what we're going to see here. There's also going to be a Takara version that we'll take a look at here in a second. But as far as Hasbro,
I think it's pretty good looking.
it's not too bad. Is this real rubber treads back here? Did they say at Botcon that this was actually going to be able to, the treads will move?
I think so.
Okay, I don't know if they're going to be plastic or rubber though.
It's cool though.
And Armana.
Then they should give us a Galvatron in that form. And then they should give us also Megazeric.
You should. You sound like you work at the for Hasbro. Guys,
We got
it. We can get 10 repaints out of this thing. Just milk it.
Oh yeah. Hasbro doesn't do it. It probably will get into the cloud line. So Takara might take a stab at it.
Yeah.
But I do like that Megatron. I mean, what do you think? Are you going to pick that Megatron up?
I haven't decided yet. There's here we're getting into the Takara stuff. Let me go ahead and pull the Takara one up next.
Okay.
That is the next one. Okay, yeah. So it's gonna have, it looks like a more metallic looking silver paint here, and you can see that they're already doing like size scale. It's gonna be in scale with MP10 as well. So if you wanted a Megatron to kind of serve on your, I'm not saying it's masterpiece quality, but as far as height to tide you over, maybe this is a route you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's not quite up to par with Prime there, but yeah, it could be a substitute for now. I do like the fact that Takara got it right by turning the fusion cannon around, so you got the nicer, fatter end on the end, so it doesn't look like that little skinny gun that Hasbro had the picture of.
Oh yeah. And other Takaras. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, but again, are you gonna possibly pick it up, see it at retail, get yourself a Megatron?
God. I don't think I will. As I keep on going on and my collecting habits, I see myself like, I kind of like this past year, I kind of got into a little bit of the generation stuff, and I was like, oh, there's some cool stuff here, so let me pick some of it up. And I kind of want to get into the Combiner Wars and see how that turns out whenever we do get the third-party add-ons. If I wasn't confident in that, then I would still pick them up, but they're going to be displayed on my shelf individually because I think they look really good. And that's why I want to keep those. But there's a lot of I still have some masterpiece backtracking to do. And every dollar I spend on generation stuff, where it was like, okay, well, this is $50 or something like that, then I'm like, man, that could have put me that much closer to getting, if I would have spent a little bit more, then now I could have got, Silver Streak or, I'm trying to think of who I'm missing, Tiger Track. Those are the two I'm missing there. And obviously, there's a lot of MP10 repaints that I need to track down.
Yeah.
Really expensive, but
Eva Prime's back in stock. I saw.
Is it?
$350 though. They raised it.
Jerks.
Yeah, no kidding.
How does something that is limited get sold out and then it's like, oh, here's more of them? Like, don't they like here it all is,
Yeah. Or they're creating their own supply and demand. I didn't say that though.
Well, here's the thing about the we can't disclose, one of our third party friends, they use the factory that came out with the KO MP10 knockoff that everyone has said that is fantastic quality and it has all those extra added detail bits. Well, there's also a KO Eva Prime and Bathing Ape as well, and they've informed me that that's the same, coming out of the same factory. So if you're wondering about quality, then and you like that KO MP10, then you're gonna get the exact same with the Eva Prime and the Bathing Ape. And they're also that the Eva comes with the trailer as well. So you're gonna get that. The Bathing Ape, doesn't, like it's not supposed to, but there is a side trailer that's all camoed out as well. No, we don't really promote KO stuff on here, but I know that there are some people that collect that, so I wanted to make sure that they were informed. Since we did get that information from our friends, so we know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't understand why some of the times it comes out, it goes up, but I might look into the knockoff, maybe, potentially. On the price.
I might have to, because the Bathing Ape, the aftermarket on that, what are they asking? Like over 400, and then the Eva Prime, they're asking over 5. I mean, I'm not spending $1,000 on 2 MP10s. I'm just not.
Yeah. So, well, especially the Bathing Ape doesn't come with a trailer either. So
Yeah, and I think you can get the Eva Prime Decale and then the Bathing Ape and throw in its trailer for like $300.
wow.
So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I might have to go that route, just like I went that route with Brownie.
Yeah.
I like them. So we can talk more about it on your aftercast as well.
Okay.
Next thing up, we see that Swerve and Tailgate, they get a little 2-pack here, or I guess 4-pack if you consider the little dudes here. I like the packaging on this.
Yeah.
And it's cool that they did a little 2-pack as well. That Swerve is nice. I recommend getting it. I think it's a nice little stand-in, new update. That tailgate mold, I'm even like, I hate it so much. I'm even thinking, I'm like, you know what? I don't even know if I want to waste $10 on Wind Charger because I don't like it.
Yeah, I would. I'd go after the United or the Revealed Shield.
That's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. Because I was asking people, and every single person was like, "Reveal the Shield one is so much better."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that Swerve is really nice. I just wish that they would have kept it up. I mean, Cosmos was great, Swerve was great, Gears will be good, but yeah, Tailgate, Wind Charger, I don't know.
We need a beachcomber.
Yeah,
I wouldn't think he would be that hard to do.
no, it shouldn't be.
That should be one of the easier ones to do. So, all right, take a look at the. This is also part, Transformers here. These are the Goken figures. So you got your Optimus Prime. He's gonna have a Matrix. His little Energon Axe here. There he is with your MP08 Grimlock.
Nice little action figure.
Yeah.
Some chrome on him.
It's pretty sweet looking. If you're not into the whole Robotech or, figures, this is obviously a lot taller than Custom Robots figs. I think that was it on that, yeah. But some nice detail in there.
Mm-hmm.
You also have a Grimlock as well. And you get these 2 different heads. I think it was anime and comic.
Yeah.
And chrominess. Obviously doesn't transform, so. And you get all these weapons, yeah.
Be curious what the price is on them, though.
It's probably going to be a little more than the Super Robot Chigokins just because they look like they're taller, from Bandai. Because those ones are shorter, because we saw comparisons with, the MP08 Grimlock. These look like, they're obviously taller, and those SRC figures run anywhere from $30 to $60. And this one's a pickup for me. The EX Goken Gajinrai. Being a Jinrai fan, what do you think? Do you like this? Are you picking this up?
Yeah, I'd pick it up. Yeah, definitely. I like it. It looks really good. Yeah. It's interesting that he has a sword.
Yeah. I don't hate it, though.
No, I don't. I just kind of cool.
This chest just like screams like Gundam. I swear I've put a couple of Gundam kits together to where I was like putting together this exact chest. But.
Yeah. Screams War for Cybertron for me for some reason. I don't know why. But it does look nice.
Yeah, so this is a pickup for me. I love it.
It's decent size.
So we're getting to the masterpiece and then the third party stuff. Man, there is a ton of it. Look at all these freaking tabs.
Good old Skywar.
All right, so Hasbro Asia Skywarp. I've had friends tell me, because I'm just like, look, I'm gonna wait. I know there's gonna be re-releases. For someone to tell me that there's not going to be a re-release, I'm just looking at all the rest of the masterpiece figures that they're not going to reissue that or re-release it, and there it pops up. It may even be 2 years later, but it'll pop up again. Hey, we found this extra stock. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna wait on it and see what my options are, because friends have told me that it's going to be limited. I'm just not buying that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird that it's Asia. It's Hasbro Asia, right?
Yes.
Releasing it.
I
I
think I
mean,
was calling it Takara like a few episodes ago, but yeah, it's Hasbro Asia.
that's odd that it would seem that we would have gotten it first, like at Toys R Us, like they did with Acid Storm, because then Acid Storm was released through Hasbro Asia too, along with the MP10 Hasbro Optimus Prime. But um, maybe they're doing it backwards this time. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be paying no $200 for that. I'm satisfied with my masterpiece MP6 or 7, whatever it was that was released at Walmart. So that you could get for like 15 to 30 bucks at the time.
Let's see. There was a picture.
It does
No.
look nice to have all the MP11 molds next to each other,
Oh, absolutely.
um, but I really don't
Well,
care.
here's the thing: is Starscream coordination set $200. I'm not getting. You're charging $200 for that Skywarp. I do not get a coordination set, so you could have dropped the price there. I'm not getting a stand,
Hmm?
and I'm not getting the missiles. So
And you're not getting a locking chest either.
you're not going to get the chest lock either. That still hasn't been fixed, and will probably never ever will be. I just can't wrap $200 into a figure that I've already got five or however many was it, four. You know, as much as I like it and I want it, I can't do it. And also, I'm willing to wait. I'll see. People don't know they'll never get a Hasbro Toys R Us release. Well, I've heard stuff like that before, and it ends up happening. So I'm willing to wait. Worst case scenario, if I've got extra money on me and whatever it is, 6 months, year, 2 years down the line, and I don't have it, and I haven't got a Hasbro version for a, a reasonable price. Okay, maybe I'll jump on it then,
Yeah.
because it will get re-released, and maybe they'll even jump the price now, like we saw with Masterpiece Soundwave. Started off 200, then it went down to like second release, 160. And now I think you can pick them up for even cheaper. So, and here, this is one that I'm not getting into. Um, you're the goat Soundwave, so that we can see them all transformed and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I would pick this over the Year of the Goat Optimus Prime, but
Yeah.
I really do wish that we could have seen more inner workings. Like if they actually kind of could have mimicked a tape deck back in the day and kind of saw the inside of it a little bit more, the clear plastic. But um, for what it's worth, it's not too bad. I mean, it's cool to get more tapes if you want.
That's kind of what I want. I just want the tapes. But I mean, you have a Sound Blaster out there that I believe is on sale for like $130. This
Mhm.
is, you think it's probably going to be more than 130, right? Or about the same price or more?
I thought it was around 200.
Is it 200? I'd
Yeah,
rather get my Sound Blaster and Rat Bat
yeah.
than these.
That Decepticon logo looks pretty sweet though.
Yeah, I do like that.
The tape's flying out of him. That was pretty cool. Something's flying out of him.
There's that Decepticon logo. I do like that. I don't know what's going on there, but I dig it.
Yeah. Nice. That's how I have my Ravage. Except he's doing his business on QuakeWave, not Soundwave.
Huh. Bad kidding.
Yeah. Well, you know, people pose their stuff like, okay, I don't have that. Okay, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll move on.
Here we
And
go.
the last thing is we see a little dude all painted up. Man, look how good that looks.
Yeah, the Brain of Courage.
Like, I wasn't even expecting them to like paint this yellow in here. Like, I mean, they got every little bitty thing painted.
Oh yeah. Awesome. It looks just like the transformation sequence in the show. You see him there. Oh, that's really cool.
Someone had asked me where his face was. And so I guess we'll go ahead and explain. It's the Brainmaster gimmick. Whenever you close up that front door, he goes up like a little elevator, and where the face is right here, and then it comes up as because his like little head right here, it pushes up.
Hmm.
So that's how it works. See, at first I was looking at this, I was like, is this Chrome?
I believe it is Chrome.
I'll look over here, and it just looks like it's dark silver.
Oh, the guns, yeah, those are just
Okay.
silver.
But the
Gunmetal
sword,
gray.
you think is Chrome?
Yep.
Oh, sweet, man.
It's chest piece there,
Yeah.
chromed.
Chromed out right there with the gold. I'm ready.
Oh yeah.
As many options that you have here, I mean, you kind of want to buy like 3 of them.
Yeah, I can only get 2, so I would love to get 3. But if they release a great shot, I'll buy 6. I'll go on record right now.
Oh man, I haven't even thought about that. Like, what if they released like a 6-shot and great shot and stuff like that? Like, how many would I be buying? Oh wow.
Gotta have them each mode.
I mean, you would. I mean, if you're a fan of the character, you would think you have to, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, that's a lot of money there.
It is a lot of money, but it's not going to happen for a long time, so I have plenty of time to save up.
Absolutely. All right, the other thing announcement is Takara MP21G. So you're going to get your gold bug. Okay, first it's not gold bug. It's basically the gold version, the shiny gold version of Bumblebee, which was G2.
Hmm.
Because at first someone's told me Goldbug, and I was like, why does Goldbug have a G2 logo? Because Goldbug is still part of G1.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, I was like, no, it's just a gold version of Bumblebee is what it is. So now that we set that straight.
Not too bad. What do you think about him coming with a backpack now?
With the little rocket booster here
Hmm.
instead of Spike. I think that's actually kind of lame. They should have at least came out with, as much as I don't really care for the Spike, you should have came out with him again. And then if you buy the Dr. Wu set and you have those 2 heads, now you can have Spike and Daniel.
Yeah.
At least, now that other head, because I think that Dr. Wu is charging $20 for that thing, but you can only use 1 head at a time. So it's basically $10 a head.
Yeah.
So if they came out with another exosuit, then hey, at least you could use that other head. It's not just sitting in a little box, because I think
Yeah.
it's a little expensive anyway.
That makes sense. I mean, yeah, I like that too, but I do like the fact that he does come with at least a jetpack. I mean, you can kind of have the one episode where he's flying with Power Glide to Dinobot Island, and maybe this jetpack might fit on Sideswipe Lambor, because
Oh, that'd be sweet.
that would be nice.
So that's going to be coming in July. G2, I bought the G2 Sideswipe. I might get this. I haven't decided yet. It's going to be. I probably will. Let's not be silly.
Yeah, I would.
I probably will.
I mean, if they did Jazz and they did a G2 Jazz, I'd probably pick that up also.
There's some really cool colors in the G2 stuff. I do like. Where are you going to draw the line with this guy and the colors, though? Because they could do like tons of them. Like what is it, like 9?
Well, they need to give us a tap out. So they need to paint them blue.
And Dakota would say glyph.
Oh, glyph. That's what I meant, not tap out. Tap out would be cliff jumper.
You just know that there's going to be a ton of repaint of those things, and it's going to be one of those things where do you draw the line at? So, all right, getting into the third-party news. Unfortunate news from our friends at Versus Forge. Unfortunately, due to circumstances, but out of my control, I'm afraid that Versus Forge is going on indefinite hiatus. So it goes further on in there, but thanks for the support and stuff like that. They're going to be, no longer taking orders for items. So, hopefully everything works out, man.
Yeah.
Sorry to see that happen. But that full message is on their Facebook page, and it's also shared on the G1 Hextron page. All right, some things that I wanted to make sure people are aware of. Heard several other people say that they had certain issues. Some say that they didn't have any, or it was just one thing or the other. Things you need to just look for with the Fans Toy Soar. You can see missing screw here. The way that this hip joint is, you see this how it kind of flares out to the outside. Well, this one they use the right hip joint on the left as well. So.
Wow.
That's a problem. They said that these two screws are short in length. You have to loosen them by a quarter turn to stop the squeak, but they fall out with a gentle bump.
Gosh.
And yeah, there's that piece right there. Yeah, this is look at this thing. One of the joints are wrong. When I went to transform him into pterodactyl mode, they use the SAE joint for both sides. So you can kind of see to where, God, man, I feel bad for this guy.
Yeah, I feel bad for Fans Toys. I mean, great product, but now what's up with the QC?
Yeah, and you can see the way that this is lined up wrong. So. I said strips screw head from the factory.
It's all this the same one.
Yeah, this is the same toy.
Damn.
This Phillips head screw is stripped from the factory as well. So yeah, that's all that. So not to say that you're going to have all those problems, and Fans Toys has done a really good job about if you did have some things wrong, they will address it. You need to take pictures and send them to the e-tailer that you bought it from, and a description of what is wrong with it, and they will pass all that information on to Fans Toys, and they do a really good job of getting those parts back out to you, done correctly, so that you can fix it. Yeah, because I had a couple of issues with Scoria, and they sent out all those parts to me.
Okay.
So like I was missing a face, because you're supposed to get 4 faces, I only had 3, and the jaw was completely loose. So they ended up sending out a whole new jaw and sending me the face. So they corrected their problems, but you kind of wish that you didn't have them from the get-go. You don't expect to, especially if you're paying $200 for something.
Mm-hmm.
But it does happen, and not to say everyone's going to have those exact problems, but I would just suggest look over your figure.
And you said e-tailers are willing to help you, because that's good. I mean, I'd hope that they would. I've heard some e-tailers saying no, where it's you get what you get.
Well,
Essentially contact the other people directly.
Fans Toys has let them know that take anything that's wrong, we get that compiled, and then y'all send all that information, and then they will send out those products.
Okay.
Now, that's not saying that they're going to be shipping them out for free for you, so that you might add it to some order or have to pay for shipping or something like that. But you will get the proper parts. So, in the long run, you will have a figure that's supposed to be the way it's supposed to.
Hmm.
All right, Polygon x-transbot. You can see nice little light there. This orange plug, it looks like you can take that out.
Yeah.
I bet you could. Yeah. But I like, all the stock and silencer and everything on there. I just like the original G1. Nice. What you think, Jaim?
Well, I'm gonna hold off. It does look really, really good, but I can. I'm gonna wait and see the rest of the MP10 scaled Megatrons that might be coming out.
Yeah.
I'll be fine with the leader class Hasbro for now, I guess.
All right, getting into some other fans toy news. You have Tesla Perceptor here, looking pretty nice.
Yeah.
And you can see them in scale with some of their other products. This guy, Quakewave, that's the best third-party figure ever made, still, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's great. So this guy, he's not, since he is smaller, he's not going to be $200. Forget the exact price on him, but he will be a bit cheaper.
And don't they have an early bird, or some of the e-tailers have an early bird?
Yeah, some of the e-tailers, they do have that, so you can even save like an extra like $10 or $15 or something. So.
Yeah, I think he's right, like around the $120, $110 range, I think. But I don't know. I mean, you gonna pick him up? I mean, you need that masterpiece Perceptor now?
No, I don't need it now. And the way that I kind of do with the third-party masterpiece stuff is, do I think that I'm going to get it from... Do I think I'm going to get a better product from Hasbro Takara, is what I should say. Because with, like, the Dinobots, I have no problem buying the Fans Toys Dinobots, because even if Hasbro Takara do come out with the rest of their Dinobots, they're probably going to be priced around the same amount, and they're not going to have as much, if any, die-cast.
Yeah.
They're just going to have to cut those corners somewhere, and I'm getting more bang for buck with the Fans Toys, Dinobots, or whichever brand you want to insert there, Gigapower, whichever one you like the most. So that's why I have no problem buying those. The Quakewave, have no problem with that, because I really doubt I was going to get, Masterpiece style Shockwave. And he's a superior figure. He's got the die-cast. He's got the light-up features. I mean, just crazy articulation. He's just a great figure. So I have no problem with that. But this, do I think I'm going to get a better one from Hasbro Takara? Maybe. Again, it's not something... with the price, he's going to be the price of one of those smaller... I was looking. I was like, "There's no." I want to see him in his telescope mode.
His microscope mode, yeah.
Or microscope, yeah. That's going to be the determining factor there. I need to see what he looks like in all his modes. I don't really care about that tank mode or whatever.
What if he came with that Ninjika mask or face? Would you pick it up then?
You know what? We might be talking then. But they also have something else that they're coming out with, and you know what? I think I'm almost positive I'm going to jump on this. spotter. So you obviously have reflector here, and those look nice. That looks like what I saw in the cartoon. I like all
Yeah.
the different faces too. He's kind of got a smirk, and this guy's crazy looking, and so I'm excited for this. Yeah. So that will be a pickup for me. All right, TFC, is it? Oh, I forget his name.
The Red Cross or
Yeah,
something.
Red Cross. I think that's it. Yeah. You see them all painted up here.
Not too bad. I like the head.
Yeah, it is pretty nice. These dudes are really chunky though too.
Mm-hmm. That's TFC for you.
And I've heard a lot of people like with this guy said that wasn't not huge fan. I thought he was pretty good, but whenever they put the repro label set on him, that he just really shines. So we'll see what they have in store for this guy as well. Even though I think that looks pretty nice.
Mm.
All right, and Bad Cube's War Dog. Basically your warpath here. He looks nice, but this is something that we kind of discussed last week whenever we didn't have a Cybercast, and I was kind of telling you that I really like my generation's warpath, and I actually like my generation's warpath more than I like this guy. Not to say that this doesn't look good, but um, I just like it. That's that was the first and only Generations figure that I bought and I hung on to whenever I was selling off a lot of my other Generation stuff. I was just like, that Warpath is spot on. I love it.
Yeah, the Generations one is really good, but this one looks pretty decent. I like the paneling. Um, I mean, it's like what you'd expect, like a tank to transform into in a robot mode. It screams Warpath to me.
Well, I got a few other shots here so you can see it in its tank mode and some comparisons as well. I believe these are plastic treads. The tank is spot on.
Mm-hmm. Also, coloring would make it look 10 times better too.
Yeah. And here's I'm not trying to say that Generations Warpath and tank mode looks, they did what they did, but in robot mode, the way he's displayed on my shelf, I love the way he looks. But this guy, I do like him. This is one thing that I did like about this is when you have him in vehicle mode, he is obviously the size that he needs to be. He's bigger than a Bumblebee. He's about the length of MP10 Prime. But whenever as you can see right there, but whenever you put him into robot mode, he's kind of that, like right there with like Wheeljack, I believe.
Hmm.
Like as far as in robot mode. So what's another one? Was it animated lockdown to where he's a regular car, but whenever you put him into robot mode, they made him like this taller figure, like he's a Voyager. It's kind of like that with this, to where he's huge in his tank mode, but whenever he's in robot, then he's not as big as MP10. He's definitely shorter, and he's kind of more with that Wheeljack, to where he's supposed to be. And so as far as what you see in cartoon, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, I really like it. I mean, looking at the tank mode, you don't see any robot kibble. I mean, it looks really smooth. Like if you were presented this thing, you wouldn't think it's a transformer. You just think it's a tank. If you're just looking at it, if you had no clue. I mean, it looks really nice. I'd like to see what the underside looks like, though. If it's like a whole bunch of robot kibble underneath, but yeah, it's really cool.
You know, Bad Cube's really done a really good job with the mini bots.
Hmm.
I like what they've done. I like to see Hasbro Takara, you know, get more into these mini bots, but give me 2-pack mini bots. You know, DX9, Invisible, Special. It's a clear view version, or yeah. What is this one, like $10 more than the other one? I'd rather have the other one, to be
Yeah, I would
honest.
too. I'd rather just have it clear.
Yeah, but then you'll lose it. You know,
Yeah.
get lost on the shelf.
Yeah, but I'm sure after over time, I mean, dust would settle on it, so that'd be at least a little outline of them on the shelf. I would have rather had a red one, actually, the Diaclone.
Yeah, I mean you probably get it too. Let's see. I think the other one is also Mirage. Yeah. So from Mastermind Creations, they're also doing a Mirage.
Wow.
Yeah. What do you think about this one? Like we just saw the Invisible. Is this okay? Yeah. So we saw Invisible. Now we're taking a look at this one. You know, out of the two, I kind of like the DX9 the way that one looks. I'm not really a big fan of this dude's head, or at least the back of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, if it's painted up, it can really change my mind.
Oh
And
yeah.
plus, if we could see it a little bit, a different angle. But
Oh, there's the back. Yeah.
I never thought Mastermind Creations would go, this route.
Yeah, this seems like yeah, this isn't like
Seems
Mastermind
off.
Creation's strong suit here. These things. As far as scale, I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
But this is one you kind of think that Hasbro Takara is going to tackle because you don't have to really necessarily worry about the licensing and stuff like that. Maybe with some of the brands they want to put them on there, but I mean they've always like either misspelt them or done something strange with them to get by with it.
Or repro labels will just give it to you.
Yeah. Now, this looks good. I like it in car mode.
It seems odd for Mastermind Creations. They're usually like really, I don't know, animated style, like really sleek. Looks too chunky. But I don't know. That's just my preference. I see with
Well,
them.
here you have prototype images of this. I'm like, whatever happened to that Shockwave they were coming out with?
Overlord.
A Mastermind Creation. Well, yeah, there's the Overlord, but they were also going to be coming out with a Shockwave
Hmm.
that they just had kind of like a sketched up promo pic, and I guess they decided not to do that. And the Overlord, yeah, I asked them about that a while back, and they were like, yeah, not for a long time. I was like, all right. All right, Planet X. What is that name? Quirin Ennis?
Coinius?
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Coinius, maybe.
Yes. Slag.
Yeah,
Slag.
slag. There you go. Slag, slug, whatever you want to call them. The Triceratops of the group.
I think this looks good. Someone asked me, they were like, if it wasn't for the masterpiece stuff, as far as Dinobots, which third party do you kind of like more, the Planet X or Fans Project or some of the other ones? And I was like, definitely Planet X. I think
Mhm.
these look really good.
Yeah, I think they did a great job. And it's something that no one else is doing, which is weird. But they look really good. I mean, all their stuff, from Genesis all the way to this. I like all their stuff.
It's all pretty good quality too, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Man, if they would make a Triptychon that transforms into the Nemesis, wow. Once they're done with the Dinobots and such, that would be sweet.
We just need a Triptychon period somewhere.
True. Yeah.
See, I think Mastermind Creations would do a good Triptychon, you know.
Hmm. They would do a great Dino King Monstructor.
Oh yeah, Fans Project's doing that. Hopefully, Mastermind Creations does as well. We know how like one jumps, you know, likes to do something, then here everyone else comes. So.
Yeah.
All right, Warbatron. You know, with their what's this nose cone. I mean that I like the way that looks. That looks really good.
Robot mode looks good. I don't like the vehicle mode.
Yeah, not a big fan of that.
I mean, I should know a lot about drill tanks. I mean, the Brave series, and that doesn't cut it for me. Looks like he's shooting those missiles into that, I don't know, spot in front of him. It's kind of odd.
Paul, think of the repaint potential. How many drill tanks from the Brave series could they repaint for this guy?
At least 8. At
Yeah, his
least 8.
missiles are hitting them in the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, the one thing that I thought that Warbatron really had going for them is they were really trying to go with that more G1 accurate, you know, what you saw, and now make it articulated. Well, this doesn't look anything like the G1, so.
I think they should have stuck with the Stunicons. That's just me.
Well, someone even said, they were like, can you please finish one combiner before you start getting into the next one? But they're doing it all to, you know, compete with, you know, the Bruticus was to compete with a few other companies, and then saw Make Toys was coming out with Quantron, and they were like, well, we got to come out with ours to compete as well, so. But I totally agree. You kind of want someone to finish something before they get on to the next thing. Can you imagine if Mastermind Creations got halfway through Feral Rex and started like making some other commander? Dude, it'd be 3 years before we were able to complete that thing, because it took like a year. So
You would get a Hasbro release of Predaking, a new release of Predaking.
dude, we'd have a masterpiece release of Predaking before they were finished. All right, Mega Steel. Megatron, and someone even told me on the Facebook page, they commented, they were like, you know, this guy seems to be getting quite a bit of hate, and don't really think that he warrants it. You know, I think it's a different type of Megatron. Forget what it was from, but you know, there's a fan base out there for it, just like there's a fan base out there for G2 Megatron, G1, Armada, Prime. You know, this is just something different that. You know, it is a tank, so. But I think it looks pretty good for what it is.
Oh yeah, I think it's a different take on it and everything. I think it looks. I mean, it's blocky, but I like it. Fits perfectly in the chug line.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice alternative to the Hegemon.
And here's the tank mode here.
Go. All right.
All right, Mastermind Creations.
One game's down, and another's about to start soon. All right.
Oh, don't tell me any scores, man.
I'm not telling this. I'm not telling this.
I'll be watching them until like 4 o'clock in the morning. Synicus? What is that? It?
Synicus?
Synicus? Okay, yeah, that sounds
pretty
better.
Sweet.
Yeah, so this is actually going to be able to fit into the hand of your feral Rex. So he can have a sniper rifle, which is pretty cool.
Damn, that's cool.
I like these colors. So with the feral Rex, you can let's see, attach. Is it fail saber?
Oh yeah.
So you can attach them so you can have six, and then you can add this, and so it can be a seven-figure combiner when it's all said and done. Or I guess you can buy another one of these and put it in the other hand and make it eight. But um,
Wow.
and that's pretty crazy. There's
Yeah.
some nice colors on here too. Some nice detail.
I like that though. It's a different it's a new character, new something different, which is pretty sweet. Hmm.
That is pretty cool. I like that. Wonder how much that's gonna run.
I don't
We'd just be guessing at this point. So, all right, war in pocket. Is it a war in your pocket? It's a little war in my pocket. But you get your ratchet and scourge done, complete. Is the final. Gonna be taking a look at quite a few little minifigs here.
Those look really good for minifigs.
Wish there was a little bit more something scourge here, but that's fine. Here is Blaster, Ramhorn, and Steeljaw. There's also a Soundwave as well. These are by Iron Factory, which are doing all those like little add-ons for your Metroplex and have all these different weapons that combine. They have the Ultra Magnus as well, so I like these. These are pretty nice.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
Is that it? Just one picture. All right. All right. Where is she? Oh, here she is. Look how cute she is.
It's more animated stuff.
Oh, but you're gonna get your little wind blade. Obviously, a different look here at the front. I'm looking here at the jet. How are they able to make this have a better looking transformation than the one that we got for the Generations line, where it had like feet sticking up all over the place?
Wow, that looks really nice.
Someone did mention they were like, I don't like you know, this chest.
Yes.
Let's be grown ups here. Uh, but they wish that it was more like the Generations, to where it was just kind of like a kind of slant forward and stuff like that, and not like
Like jelly
so.
beans.
Yes, yeah, okay. So I did think I looked at it. I was like, okay, I didn't even notice that, but that is a little strange. That's a cute little figure.
Hmm.
Looks like you're getting some nice paint.
Gosh.
Oh, there's a nice look at the jet. Man, look how clean that looks.
Oh, the underside. Not too bad either.
Yeah, it's pretty clean as well. No big gaps here. That just looks nice. I like this. Okay, there's that one again. All right, and this is from Guilty. They're going to be doing a Ultra Magnus Incarnate.
Hmm.
So you got your War for Cybertron, and it's also one of the little smaller dudes as well. Now this is not final. This looks like they just kind of painted it up for a show or something like that. Yeah, that's obviously someone's custom work on it, but kind of get the idea what they were wanting to do with it.
Yeah.
And you can see him in scale there. Oh well, he's actually yeah, deluxe size.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's not too big.
What do you think about that?
It's not something I kind of like. Um, I don't know. I think of Ultra Magnus being bigger. He looks like he should be the same size as like the Voyager class Prime. The way he looks, kind of looks boxy like that. But now seeing him next to the Fall of Cybertron deluxe size Ultra Magnus, he's pretty small, unfortunately.
Yeah, a little bit bigger than these guys here, and there's some of the other stuff by Guilty where you get the head and the little arm things. I think there was something else by them a little bit later on.
But it is nice to have variety. I will say that.
Oh yeah.
So,
All right, play with this too. This is going to be the first tech drone prototype that they're showing off. This guy is going to be available with Bloodbath. Don't have any painted versions here, but you kind of see what they were going for with transformation and these little things turning into guns as well. You can also attach some of the BMOG stuff. And for size. And you can use the weapons with just about everything. So
that's cool.
and kind of its little transformation flight mode thing. Other stuff from BMOG, they're going to have a special crowdfunding thing, and it's going to be one of those goals where one lucky winner will get their actual face as one of the faces, so that they can plug and play and put it on whatever figure that they want. So I guess they're you'll take a picture or send in a picture or something like that, and because I know that there's another company out there that does this, but that's one of the things that they're doing is they're gonna get your face to where you could put it on the figure.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, there's that's from Centurions.
Yep, Max Ray.
And last Cybercast we talked about there were some KOs of the Fans Project Stunticons and the TFC Uranus set guys that are actually going to be oversized. So that's actually a good thing in my opinion. Yeah, just because I was worried that people might be full, but I think that you can look at them and you can see quite a bit of difference here. That's what it looks like there.
That's pretty cool if those are going to be oversized.
Yeah, they're going to be oversized, and I think this place, the Sir Toys place, they have them at $10. You see, there's a lot of hollowness. So that's why they did the, like I was talking about earlier. I was like, well, the legs are done weird. But yeah. So I was obviously not going to have the engineering of the fans project stuff. I think it's downforce and it's a couple TFC guys. So wanted to bring that to you guys' attention. All right, and the add-on for Perfect Effects Warden. You can see him all mounted up now with all this extra gear. What is this? Let's see. I think this has all the extra gear on it, right? Yeah?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay. But that is out now, so up for purchase. Other add-ons, Perfect Effect. You can see they're going to be coming out with a black set. They're also going to be coming out with a purple set as well. So 2 hands, 2 feet, and some little guns and stuff like that. I believe this is all the same. Does it just like fold out and stuff like that?
Hmm.
I do have some pictures of it. Yeah, so you get the articulated hands. The feet obviously look, a lot better. I still think that, while this definitely improved the figure, I still think that other third parties, as they get all the figures and they, really start to, come up with some ideas for the figures, that they're gonna come up with some better ideas. This was just kind of like, hey, they're the first ones out there, and they're gonna get a bunch of quick sells.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look too bad. Then you can see everything kind of breaks off into little guns here. See, like this is part of the hand, that's part of the hand. These are part of feet and stuff. So I like it whenever they do stuff like that. I think that's a good idea. All right, and Guilty, they're coming out with a Bruticus add-on. This looks a lot like the one that Echo TF did. So it's a definite improvement, but I still like the microblaze creations. Yeah.
Yeah.
And DMY, their add-on, they're actually going to be painting these so that if you got the dark one or the chrome one, whatever, then you will get those parts as well. Now you can kind of see the difference with it done in the correct colors with the arms and the cannon and the back pieces as well. So they got those things painted up. And they also have the fixes for these guys as well. All right, and Dr. Wu's Primus sword. It's going to be coming in a ton of different colors here. It's pretty big.
bad.
Also from Dr. Wu, this throne, or Grimlock's throne. And from Belzeballs, I believe is how you say it. So you can see like some of their little add-on stuff to go with your Masterpiece Wheeljack, and then also like this little chest thing here for Nightbeat. And yeah, that does it. I mean, we'll get into this Botcon stuff. Oh, wrong tab. Okay, stop screen sharing. There we go. Anyway, so do you want to clear us up on comments first, and then we can get into the Botcon stuff?
Yeah, let's see here. Kind of going back to the fans' toys. A lot of people are kind of disappointed with fan toys with the QC issues, Allen Monster, 111, Dust Mites, and such. Yeah, Dust Mite says, honestly, I haven't heard much bad at all. A few minor issues. This guy just got that really bad unit.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, too. A lot of people get a lot of the prototypes and a lot of the early releases. So, I don't know. But Steve, Cass has a question for you, Josh. Do you own the Fan Toys Soar? Seems even better quality of Fan Toys Quake Wave.
I have not bought it yet. I've kind of been buying other stuff this past week or so, but I do plan on getting it. I do like it. I plan on getting all those Fans Toys Dinobots.
Dustmite says he's says Bad Cube is killing it with this. Love the Generations version also, and will be holding on to mine also. Talking about the Warpath.
Oh yeah, they both look really good. As far as accuracy and to scale. The tank being as big as MP10 whenever he's in the tank mode, and then whenever he's in robot mode, actually being shorter is exactly what you saw in the cartoon. So as far as accuracy, Bad Cube's really getting on it.
Mm-hmm. Nemesis Destroyer says Planet X has the best Dinobots. A lot of people agree with them. Tripticon is money in the bank. Allen Monster 111 states. Nemesis Destroyer says I would own Tripticon if Planet X made it. And Trends5 says Stormbringer, that Megatron appeared in that story.
That's
I couldn't remember that, yeah. Stormbringer.
Yeah, that was it.
A lot of people says Incarnate looks great. Dust Mites unfortunately had his Warden kit delivered to his P.O. box, but he couldn't get to the post office before they closed, so that sucks. And that's pretty much it as far as comments that I see.
All right, and we do have that one question that someone asked, and we'll get into that. But first, let's discuss this Botcon thing. So Botcon is going to be June 18th through the 21st, 2015, and they had announced what the theme's going to be. And it's going to be Cybertron's Most Wanted. It says they're criminals, nefarious outlaws, hunted fugitives, and the planet's only hope. This sounds like something that we've heard in the past year. There's the thief, the muscle, the loose cannon, the bounty hunter, and the boss. So obviously, nod to Guardians of the Galaxy there.
Yeah, how original.
So is the bounty hunter? Is that going to be another DevCon?
Gosh.
Wouldn't this year been the year to come out with a DevCon?
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't too thrilled with the last Botcon set with the Pirates versus Knights theme, but it grew onto me. This will probably be the same thing with the whole Cybertron's Most Wanted. I forgot what universe they're in. What is it? I think it's the one that I can't ever keep track of all the stinking Transformers universes that they have. I think it's the one that they're living in a peaceful coexistence. The Decepticons and just Autobots, I think. But I don't know. I don't know who these people are going to be. The thief. I don't know. You gonna throw in like a
Swindle?
pack rat, swindle, muscle.
Botcon or something?
Yeah. Who knows? It would be nice though if Botcon would actually, give us a little more instead of stringing us along. Like, okay, here's one hint.
Well, you know how they do it. They do the announcement. They announce that, like, in a week or so, that they will announce the date of their announcement.
Yep,
It's
I
like,
love that.
what?
Or they're going to give us one character name and then 2 days later, so Botcon's going live now. So you guys excited to register? And like, what the hell? We just got nothing. But maybe they're taking cues from Maddie that likes to do the subscription, and we'll give you kind of a hint of what you're going to be getting, but the rest of it's just going to be blind. We'll see.
The trip's too expensive to be doing stuff like that. Talking about a convention, versus buying a subscription service, you need to know everything that's going to be in that box set.
Yeah.
Before you even go live. Now, the one condition is it's not complete. It's not ready yet. So
we'll see what happens.
You need to at least have some names, or here's the molds we're going to use, and here's who the character is going to be, and here's a little mock-up.
Mm-hmm.
I think fans would be okay with that. They need a little bit more information if they're going to be spending over $1,000 for this trip.
Well, yeah, and it's going live earlier this year than it was last year too. So I mean, last year we were waiting, like when's Botcon going to go live? I mean, the day of the actual event. I mean, it was taking a while, but now it's actually, I mean, it's supposed to go live this month, I thought. So.
And they said that they were going to also start revealing stuff the first week or the week of New Year's, and the only thing that we've gotten so far is the theme.
Yeah.
Usually, if you can see those first couple of figures, you kind of get an idea of how the rest of it's gonna have to play out. But you haven't got anything.
Well, I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be weird if it's actually better than the 30th anniversary themed Pirates and Knights, which was also the 20th anniversary of Botcon too. I mean, but
I thought that was lame. So.
Well, we'll see. Am I excited for it? No, but I'm not a huge Botcon fanatic either. Will I pick it up? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who these characters are and what the story. I really want to know the story too, because the story usually sells it for me.
Are they going to be G1 repaints? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then they're not mishaps to me.
Yeah. No.
Bring some of that back, like they did with the C-Cons, and I'm game. You'll probably, you know what? I bet there's a counterpunch in there for like a spy or something. He seems like that would be something that would go in that group, like a spy.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what they would use. They would probably just paint them, as punch or something like that.
I don't know. I mean, it's going to be some obscure characters, and hopefully they're not going the route of like Unicron trilogy molds. Maybe they'll go Prime. I don't know. We know they're not going G1 or Masterpiece, so we ruled that out. So.
All right, don't have to go to that one. There's another $1,000 saved. Yeah, because I'm not gonna go to this Botcon. We both went to the one last year, and we had fun and stuff like that. But it was convenient then. Where this one, I believe they said, what was it, an hour away from the hotel's, an hour away from the airport, and there's no shuttle service. So I mean, you're gonna have to get a taxi, and that's gonna be expensive. It'd actually be cheaper probably to. I don't know, but. Yeah, there's too many factors there. But anyways, well, let's move on to the the question someone had, and I forgot what
Yeah.
it was, but I think you wrote it down.
The question was from Impossible Pie. What is your opinion on who is the best third-party company that gives you the best product for your money? Transformers, of course.
Hmm.
So, who would you go with?
You know, as far as let's say just one transformer, I would say Mastermind Creations Hexatron, just because of the fact that you get the 6 modes, or you can even do the Flying Wolf, the 7th mode. Plus, there's probably about 5 different good fan-made modes out there as well. Like I've seen a submarine and all types of different stuff like that. And I believe it was only like what, like $140, something like that. And it's a tall bot. It had some really cool features, with the wheels popping off and becoming shurikens. I thought that was one of the best bang for buck robots. Um, I have quite a few that I could list. Fans Project, I think, is, as far as a company, I just like what they're doing with their headmasters. I I love those headmasters.
Yeah.
They're fantastic, I think. And with Fans Project, you really never have any hit and misses. They're pretty consistent on their quality, with always being really good, and their products always looking good as well. They're pretty consistent on that. So the Fans toys, whenever I got my Quakewave, I was like, dude, this is the best piece of plastic I've ever had in my hand. I think it's the best masterpiece. Even whenever you throw a Hasbro Takara masterpiece in there, the Quakewave is just, it's supreme. All its joints are still super tight. The light up features, the die cast, the articulation, the accuracy, just everything about it, the heft to it, the ratchet joints. It's a fantastic figure. Well, then you get, Scorn or Scoria. And, I had a couple of issues. There were some other people that had some issues. Those got addressed. And then we see the thing with Soar. It just kind of like, it makes me worry a little bit. But again, that could be just one person. It could be 10 out there like that, and all the rest of them are perfect, or it could be a widespread problem, and it's just kind of a crapshoot. So
Yeah, I agree with you on those. Fans Project is good. Mastermind Creation, but I also like mech ideas. Being a chug collector, those figures are pretty affordable and they fit in really well. I mean, the Apex, Geminis, the Demolition Crew, really good. They came out at what, $60, $70 for 2 figures.
yeah,
And then
I think they were 60. Yeah.
then you have Gauntlet, which finally get an IDW looking Iron Fist. And I'm going the route of like Wreckers and such, but I do think that they have really good stuff too. But that's just another one. And affordable, all that.
Let's see here. And also, they're expensive. I like what Mastermind Creations does. But man, those, like, whenever I compare like Hexatron for like 140, and then I was comparing like, okay, well, just the Leo Ducks, that's like 130. I mean, it was just $10 cheaper, and it's that part of the combiner. The Feral Rex is an expensive figure to once you get that sucker all complete. The combiners, they're just getting really expensive at, hey, a limb is $100.
Yeah.
It's like, that was one of the kind of the selling features with the Fans Project, M3 or Minosaur, is the little guys, the little arms and stuff and legs. They were $68, I think, or $60 or $68, something like that. So they're a little bit smaller, but they're cheaper as well. And then you had Diesel, which I think was like 130.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you could get the entire set there for just a little over 300, which all the rest of them you're spending 550, 200 plus more. So
Yeah. I think the combiners it's a little too much. They look good, don't get me wrong. But you look at like Make Toys' Utopia, which looks fantastic, but you're paying $400 for it too. Even Planet X's Genesis came out at around 330 or 350. But there's a lot of good stuff out there. I mean, like what you said, Hexatron is a really good one for the size of what you get, the playability, the not just with what they show you, what you can do with it. The fact that you can create your own modes is really cool. I just wish that they would actually make a great shot, Shadow Maru, and stop re-releasing Hexatron and making them. Here's the Shadow version. Here's a more of a G1 look.
Here's one purple and pink, and this is Miss Hexatron. So you'll get that before you get a Shadow Maru.
Yeah. So, oh well.
You know, and also like the best bang for buck. This was actually my first third-party figure that I ever bought, and it was Make Toys Green Giant. And you get 6 figures, and I believe when I bought it, it was like $300, so I was paying $50 a figure. And it came in a box set, so I got it all at once, and that is still one of my favorite figures in this room. That is one that, like, I don't care what they come out with as far as, you know, Hasbro Takara or even Masterpiece. I would still get a Masterpiece, but I wouldn't sell that Make Toys Green Giant because I think that it's a masterpiece on its own. You know, where the Feral Rex from Mastermind Creations kind of has its own thing going. You know, it looks like Predaking, but it's got a little bit more flair, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a little bit more cutting edges. You know, it's not exactly like you saw in the cartoon. Well, the Make Toys Green Giant, it's about 300, 325 or something like that. That thing is just incredible looking, and it's a fun figure. Again, you get the 6, and I love it so much more than TFC Hercules. But it's a really good bang for buck, and you get a combiner, and yeah, the accuracy is just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say like Assaulter from Fans Project is pretty good. Steel Core is pretty good, especially you get die cast a little bit in there, and there's a lot of good stuff out there. I mean, it's kind of hard to narrow it down to one company because some people excel in other ways, like Planet X. You like Fall Cybertron stuff, that's where you're gonna go. Now, if you want that more kind of not streamlined, but like that anime style look for your combiners, definitely gonna go like Make Toys or Mastermind Creations. You want that bulkiness, TFC Toys. I don't know. So yeah, it's kind of hard and expensive. So.
Well, we can kind of wrap up there. Do you want to catch us up on comments?
Let's see here.
Now the box set is 400. Yeah. Well, I still think it's a good deal.
Let's see. Alan Monster 111 says, if I see a robot raccoon, I'm going home, like a wart, he says. He also states, yeah, I have the Terminus Hexatron, and it's a good bang for your buck for sure. Dustmite says he sold his first version, and he has to get the new, more G1 looking one now.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
And then Alan Monster said also that he has the newest version is so close to G1, no rubber labels needed, and he still needs to get Green Giant. So
yeah, I mean, I love it. I think it's a really great figure. Perfect Effect. I mean, they do some really good stuff. I mean, a lot of people would put Warden in there as far as like one of the better figures as well.
Yeah.
So I don't have Warden, so I can't really speak on it. So
I have it. It's nice, especially if you have Fortress Maximus. You can have the new head on there. He's just a kind of a pain in the butt to transform. That's about it. But what do you expect? It's not made for a little kid.
Well, we'll wrap it up there. We will have an aftercast tonight. So, Jaim, if you want to tell them about that, and also tell them where they can find you, man.
Yeah, the aftercast will be airing tonight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on my channel, and you can find me on YouTube, Twitter, VictorySaber77.
All right, and you can find me, G1Hextron, on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and my Facebook page, the G1Hextron. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. We will talk to you guys on the Aftercast and next week. So peace out. Later.
See ya.